listening to The Nasty Table, the premier source for tabletop role-playing actual play. Now come on in, relax, and pull up a seat to The Nasty Table. Last session on The Nasty Table, 12 gauge.
Yeah, I've closed my vetting process on him.
I've never really been on any kind of operation with this level of urgency. But this guy's not dangerous. He's an oddball. He's an older guy. I've worked with him in the past. He's reliable.
And then I flick the fasten your seatbelt sign on, almost into a zero-G maneuver.
What was that? I did not like that.
Her and her husband died under mysterious circumstances.
To be honest with you, I'm not surprised they whacked Ravenna.
Local archives, punch in Chicago, Illinois, and then type the name Charles Winston. The only two things publicly about him are involving kids.
We got the keys for you. It's actually out in the parking lot out front.
Buckle up. I don't drive much.
And I think, and this is unavoidable, you guys are in a state of ignorance. You guys are in a state of bliss. These are your characters. It's my character. What could possibly happen to my character? You weren't here. We played a Halloween one-shot. Ant's character died.
He did. What the fuck it does?
You know, that's going to happen. That's going to happen. You love your characters. I love your characters. You're going to die.
Johnny would never. Johnny's making it.
Not if I die first.
True. That is true.
What are you gonna do? Play my character?
I've always thought about what I would do.
Kill my character off when I'm dead?
Like, what's like the morally correct thing to do?
Play as my character and kill him off.
So have you ever had a character commit suicide? And like the player character commit suicide?
Me and Paul.
Yeah, kinda.
Me and Paul killed ourselves.
Kinda, yeah.
No, outside of the sanity, like
no, yeah, that was a oh my god, like what are we gonna do? Like let's jump into the dark abyss together.
That's fucking awesome. No, this is kind of funny, and Joe is a DM epitomized. He ran a one shot. It was a good idea. Basically,
it was a good idea to kill each other.
No. So he ran a one shot where we were basically exploring his house, and the final boss was coming down to the basement and seeing people playing Dungeons and Dragons, and then we had to fight ourselves. It was us at the table, and our characters were fighting ourselves. Well, the way we got to the Nasty Table was by touching this painting that transported us down, because we couldn't find an entrance. Well, me and Paul are the only two who survived. It seems like the only way out is there's this like dark void at the end of the basement where you have, or it might have been going up actually.
Yeah,
I think that's what it was. It was like going into the backyard, how you mapped it. And we both jumped, and he basically told us that we were falling for the rest of eternity. And Paul goes, "Well, that's fucking dumb. Like there was no way of possibly winning this." And Joe goes, "How'd you get down there?" And he was like, "We touched the painting." And he's like, "Why didn't you just touch the painting again?" We just both jumped.
Black hole immediately, spaghettification down to the bottom of the
It was just very, very funny because Paul got like kind of, I don't think he got pissed. Paul doesn't really get mad, but he was just like, that's fucking,
for Paul.
He was like, that's stupid. He's like, there's no way we could have even won. And he was like, how'd you get down there?
But I did play where someone tried to kill themselves in Delta Green. It was in a mental break. They had a mental break, barrel inside the roof of their mouth, reaching to squeeze the trigger, and the other players had to wrestle the gun away from them, and he would have died in that moment.
That was
KP?
That was your call.
No, that was Mike Finn.
Phoenix killed himself, just not on purpose.
Character killed himself. They were exploring a green box, and in the green box was a set of chemicals, 2 chemicals that said "Do not mix."
This was like session like.
This was
2?
session like 4. Yeah.
2 or 3.
KP mixed the chemicals and his head exploded.
Wait, it was session 4 when that.
Yeah.
It was a campaign. It wasn't like one shot. It was a campaign that we were playing on Discord.
Full blown campaign, and
yes, that's FCell, right?
Yeah, that was FCell, and there was a pair of chemicals, and it just said "Do not mix." And he's like, "I want to see what happened. I'm a cool guy." Mixes them together, and his head just fucking explodes.
I feel like you did that out of spite. Or did you have that written in?
No, I had that written in. It said you mix the chemicals, your head explodes. And but it was so beautiful because A-Cell was like, all right, we're sending out someone to come clean up the body, and it was KP's new character, who helps get rid of the body and then takes over as his new character, and that was really cool. Sweet. Okay. Could I please have a recap of the last session?
I like this.
There's a Joe Rogan episode where him and Theo Von do smelling salts, and it has got to be one of the funniest. Like,
I do not like Rogan anymore, man.
Nope.
See, I only do bath salts.
I'm not a huge fan of Rogan. It's an old episode, 1900s. There are certain people he has on that I like. I like when he has scientists on.
Dude, I don't even like when he like. I'm so fucking over Neil deGrasse Tyson.
Neil deGrasse Tyson is
he's such a piece of shit.
He's mean.
He's a mean
piece
person.
of shit.
He's mean.
He's a piece of shit.
What the hell does he do? I thought he
Dude,
just
no,
talks about space.
well,
It's the
yeah,
way he
because
speaks to people.
He talks down to people, where
Yes.
people are like excited for the eclipse, and he's like, "This happens a million times every single day across the universe. This is worthless." Blah 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 blah
Yeah,
blah blah. Blah.
he's so at this point like a I'm smarter than you and anyone you know that I can't even fucking listen to him because the first couple of times you hear him, you're
I've
like,
never liked him.
Here's this charismatic guy who's simplifying very complex principles, and then the more you start to listen to him, you're just like, fuck you, dude.
Compare him to Carl Sagan. For a split second, they do not stack up against each other.
Correct. Carl Sagan is a different, but they
Amazing.
speak. They're in terms of the eloquency of the way they speak, they're on the same level. Because when Neil deGrasse Tyson does talk, not in terms of like a derogatory
Carl
or like
Sagan. Carl
way.
Sagan wants me to know something. Neil deGrasse Tyson wants me to know that he knows something.
Yeah.
And I hate the way that he.
But they're both eloquent. You cannot say that he is not eloquent in the way that he speaks.
I suppose.
Hitler was pretty eloquent too.
He was. I'm not going to take that from him. He was an eloquent speaker. Bush was also a good. Obama was a great speaker.
No, he was not.
And pussy
Bush
too.
was a good
speaker. George Bush Sr.?
Yes.
Okay.
Obama was a good speaker.
Yes, Obama was very eloquent.
I miss Obama.
But
let me be clear.
George W. was not an eloquent speaker.
RFK's not a great speaker either.
We got a saying down in Texas. Well, and I assume you have it here
It's
too.
in Tennessee, probably in Texas too.
Probably in Texas too.
Fool me once.
Shame
on you.
We
Fool me. Can't get fooled
you
again.
can't get fooled again.
I love that J. Cole quote. Let's go.
What is it? It's
George W.
Great
Bush was
speaker.
an eloquent speaker
hopefully
in
man
the way
and
that,
fish can coexist peacefully.
in the way that Jameis Winston is an eloquent
Who's the
speaker,
other
where
huge
he will
Republican?
make you think that he is eloquently speaking, but if you observe it under a microscope, there's fucking a lot going on there.
Say
Dude,
it.
Yeah, we're just getting ready. We're just getting ready. Something my trainer told me. What did he say? He just said be prepared.
It's not about the lights. It's not about the camera. It's not about the action.
But there is
It's
something-
the action.
It's about the action.
It's about the action.
But to not to go too far into this, but there is something to be said about being like an eloquent speaker and just being able to captivate an audience. And Neil deGrasse Tyson, like, yeah, he does know his shit, and yeah, he does talk derogatory towards people, and that, not derogatory, but like undermines them or...
Yeah. No. Yeah.
But the way that he speaks, it does captivate people. And there's something to be said to that.
Yes. That's how most cults are started.
For sure. Oh, for sure.
Oh, he's gonna have one for sure.
Like I said, Hitler was a good speaker, but like, call it for what it is. He was a good speaker. He moved people.
He could fire you up. Neil
moved people.
Neil deGrasse Tyson, in my opinion, makes dumb people feel smart because they understand what he's saying.
Right.
And I think that's a desirable quality.
I can appreciate a guy who gets people
Sounds
excited
familiar.
for science.
Yeah, I was literally just gonna fucking say that too. That's
What?
crazy. That's what Trump does. That's exactly
Yeah.
what
He
Trump
makes
does.
dumb people feel smart.
Yeah, oh, absolutely. But I can appreciate somebody who gets people excited for science because that's something that we're missing in our generation.
What are you talking about?
No. I stand with you. I think that the one redeeming quality of Neil deGrasse Tyson is that I genuinely believe that he has inspired a selection of children growing up to get more involved in astrophysics and science and astronomy.
I
and
can
stuff
appreciate the shit out of that.
Like that. I agree with that. You don't agree.
I would take Bill Nye.
Yeah, on the
Over
same
Neil
level,
deGrasse
though.
Yeah, but
Tyson.
Bill Nye was our generation.
You're saying the current generation.
I think so.
Agreed.
Okay.
Agreed.
I can...
Bill Nye got me so interested in science. I wanted to. When I was growing up, elementary school, middle school, I wanted to be a scientist. I wanted to be a chemist so bad, and it was because the fucking teacher would wheel in the fat ass
It's TV and he
and
makes
put
it
on fucking
exciting.
Bill Nye, and
How do
I
you
was
make
excited.
science exciting
Bill.
if you have a shitty teacher?
That is
You
true.
bring in a good guy.
So, half G-cell, Garfield and Gauze find themselves on a rolling railroad as scenic, rural Maine passes by. Your liaison, Agent Hunk, sits quietly with his eyes closed and down as another 10 minutes have passed. After getting your tickets taken, you are left alone. What do you guys want to do?
So he's like sleeping. He's out.
Looks like his eyes are closed.
I had one thing I wanted to ask right before we finished.
Sure.
You said he was wearing like a blue jacket with like a badge ripped off.
Yeah, and at this point, because it was Garfield who originally noticed it, now you can kind of see off of his shoulder, there's like 2 little white stitch marks where a badge must have been,
On
or
the
some
arm.
sort of emblem or something like that. Yeah, right on the upper shoulder.
Like thinking back to my SVU watching days. Is this like a FBI windbreaker? Is that color?
Golly. It's blue.
Blue.
It's like a navy blue.
Okay.
Another 10 minutes go by.
And I think if Hunk's sleeping, and you said you were like sleeping too, I was just
You'd
kinda,
have to wake me up if you wanted to interact with me.
You're sleeping,
I'm
Garfield?
definitely letting them. I'm just gonna till we get to the first stop. Just kind of let them.
Gotcha. Okay, so 30 minutes go by. Another 15 past that. At this point, we are looking at around, say, 5 o'clock before there is a quick knock at the door. And you can see through the window, it looks like someone with a cart. You see, as the knock happens, Hunk kind of opens his eye and looks over.
Yeah, I'll nudge Garf and Hunk. I think we're looking at food.
Moment passes before the door slides open and you see almost like a stewardess lean in. Hello, gentlemen. We are serving dinner at this time if you're interested. It's complimentary. We have a chicken course or a fish course if you're interested.
I'll do a chicken.
Chicken?
Yeah.
Chicken for me.
Chicken. You hear Hunk just kind of like look up, just shake his head, look back down. And any drinks? We have sodas, alcoholic beverages, anything?
Water.
Can I get a Sprite?
Sprite. Hunk kind of like opens his other eye. Now he's got both eyes open. He takes his hood down. What kind of beers do you have? She kind of takes a second, pulls out a laminated menu and hands it over, and he kind of like takes a look. Just a water, please. Hands it back. All right.
This dude sucks.
Out of the cart, gives a bottle of water to Hunk, bottle of water to you, Sprite to you. Food should be out maybe 15, 20 minutes.
Cool.
Okay, thanks. She kind of motions off. The door closes behind her. The sliding wooden door closes, and Hunk kind of situates himself, sits up straight, kind of brushes off his sleeves, looks over towards you guys. Did we make the first stop yet?
No, just food. So, still waiting.
All right. What do you guys do?
Crack my water, reach into my doctor's bag, and pop a cold gabapentin back.
Gotcha.
What does gabapentin do?
It's for nerve pain.
Yeah, it's anti-anxiety at a certain dose, nerve pain at a certain dose. I think the nerve pain one's a higher dose.
Is it considered an opioid?
No.
So does it act on your GABA receptors like alcohol
Yes.
does?
Yeah.
Yes.
So it's what was that one fucking Russian one? The
GHB.
No, the phenibut.
Phenibut.
Yeah,
Phenibut.
similar
Tips
to that.
Yeah, I don't know my
Yeah.
drugs like that.
You pop a gabapentin, and Hunk looks over to you and says, "Just make sure you don't drink with that, right?"
I don't drink.
Gives you a nod. 5 minutes pass. 10 past that. Stewardess comes back, knocks on the door again, opens it up rather quickly. 2 like trays that have saran over them. One handed to you, other one handed to you. Seared chicken breast, broccoli, and little tiny scoop of mashed potatoes. Plastic forks alongside that. Enjoy. She closes the door.
Kind of look like I don't know what I was expecting, but fuck it, I guess. Food's food.
I'm hype about it. I eat that shit.
Train comes to a stop at a station. Looks like some people begin to get off. A couple other people actually get on. fewer people get on than get off. And as you guys stop, Hunk looks over and says, "You know, this is a coal train.
What train?
Coal. It's one of the historic trains here. Still runs on coal."
It's cold.
Are you from around here?
No.
How do you know that?
Are you from train?
I like trains.
You a train guy?
Not a train guy, but it's just kind of interesting. That's all.
I guess so.
Trains don't always run on coal. Kind of like looks off. He looks out the window.
No,
Is he actually like kind of like crestfallen by that? Like,
Roll human intelligence.
I was certain he was gonna start singing
Hey, you
John
don't gotta be-
Coltrane.
you don't gotta be a dick. He just likes trains a little.
40 on a 50.
40 on a 50. He doesn't look crestfallen, but maybe like not disappointed, but
Crestfallen is the best word.
it's kind of interesting where he looks maybe for like a split second just like a tang of disappointment, and then just kind of like shifts back over to like a more professional kind of
Well, he's
outward
kind of like
showing.
missed an opportunity to connect a little bit type of thing.
Maybe,
Yeah.
yeah.
So what's your deal, Hunk? What's your like skill set? Like, what do you? So we should probably get to know each other a little bit if we're gonna be working.
I guess for the most part, I mean, ex-FBI, general skill set there. Worked in analytics for a little bit. Program for what year is it? Started in 2013. 6 years.
Okay.
Handful of operations. Handful of operatives. Mostly, same people, but I've been solo for a while.
Solo.
Yeah.
Huh. I didn't realize they ran solo, but I don't really know much. I've only been out a couple times.
What about you?
Yeah. Doctor for the most part. That's really all. Stitch gun wounds up, that kind of stuff. If you had a pet that's sick too, that was kind of my main gig.
Vet.
Was, yeah. I am.
How'd you get pulled into this?
I don't really want to get into all that.
What about you? He looks over at Garfield.
I'm a Swiss Army knife of sorts.
Military?
Just kind of, definitely not military, but my skill set was recognized, and I can do anything from arson to
Kind of goes a little wide-eyed.
you name it.
All right. Well, like I said, probably no arson involved in this. It's just going to be pretty easy, I think.
It's a shame. You should see him work.
Oh, you guys have worked together before?
Yeah. A couple times.
Kind of like looks off, looks back out the window. Talking to the glass. Nice. Well, should probably get this over with quick once we get there. Just bing bang, in and out.
Kind of like sensing something's there and choosing not to pry. Just, yeah, I guess we can kind of ride this one out. Get some shut eye.
Another moment passes before the train begins to go back into motion.
Why was it stopped again?
Looks like it stopped at one of the stops. It was mentioned prior that there are going to be 3 stops before it actually reaches Millinocket. This is seemingly the first. But the train begins to go back into motion. Do you eat all of your food, Garfield?
Oh yeah.
And Gauze?
I pick at it.
Pick at it, yeah, here and there. It's
It's
not bad.
I finished his
Underseasoned,
mashed potatoes.
underseasoned, and you pick at whatever he's got left over.
Yeah.
For the remainder of this train ride, you guys reach the additional 2 stops and eventually get to that endpoint. Unless spoken to, Hunk is quiet. He'll make no small talk. Not distant, but just not conversational. He closes his eyes here and there. Any other conversations that happen on this train ride? You guys reach the first stop now. On to the second.
I don't have anything like I want to ask.
No, I'm probably trying to get some sleep. A little jet lagged. Try to sleep at least. And with the Gab Penton kicks in.
Gotcha.
Leave that G to rock.
And the G-Pack.
Smoking on that G.
To the third stop. and finally leaving there. And your trays are collected at some point as well. Finally, to the 4th stop. Night has fallen, and with it, a light rain seems to be kind of pattering along the window that you can notice until and throughout this entire train ride. After that 3rd stop, all trees. You guys are carving your way through this forest. The platform that you arrive on is lit by lights, but it looks pretty shitty. Worn down, beat up, old, disrepaired. Hunk is awake at this point, and he stands up. All right, let's roll. He should be waiting for us outside the station.
I'll let take lead.
Yeah.
Just follow.
Makes his way out. You guys follow behind him. Stepping onto the platform, like I mentioned, in a state of disrepair. You can actually see that the platform here getting off the train is higher in elevation than the actual train station itself. So standing where you're standing, you can get a full view of what looks like this town, Millinocket, Maine. It's very small. You see scatterings of some storage parking lots and a couple houses, but looks very sparsely populated, very
Old, no.
very old, yeah, and not densely packed. Wooden construction.
Like one of
for
those
the most
towns
part.
that would have like the original post office from like
yeah,
fucking like
yeah. This is frontier town vibes.
Oh fuck yeah.
Daisy Village.
Daisy Village.
Okay.
And making your way off the platform into the actual train station, that is given an exclamation point by the absolute vintageness of what looks like a late 1800s train station.
What's cell service looking like?
Check your phone, 2 bars.
Word.
Not bad.
Make your way into the main train station following Hunk's lead, who makes his way outside. Into the night, this light rain is still falling, and it's beginning to... You hear it before you actually see it, like the pattering of hail that's now hitting your feet. And it is kind of cold out here, so I do want to just establish right now, what are you guys wearing? When you step outside, it's like high 30s. What are you guys wearing?
Coming from Portland, Maine, I probably would have packed like a jacket at least. Not a coat, but a jacket, jeans, hiking boots.
And you?
Vinny's got the puffy on.
Oh, you got a puffer jacket?
He's got the fucking puffy on.
Gotcha.
He's got the black puffy.
Okay, so...
Because he heard Maine and he just
LL
he has
Bean,
not been there.
it's
And
Columbia
he was like,
branded.
it's got to be fucking freezing up there.
Gotcha. All right, easy enough to kind of establish that and make sure that that's clear. You're bringing your carry-on bag as well, Garfield? Okay. As you begin to make your way out, both of you guys, your phones vibrate.
Check it.
Check it. It is a message in your WhatsApp group.
We have a WhatsApp group.
Oh, fuck. Check it. What's it say?
Check it. It is the G Unit WhatsApp group, and it is a photo of Gallion and Gonzo, selfie style, smiling outside of a black Toyota Corolla. For the listening audience, I have been handed a note from DJ maybe like 2 minutes ago that says, "Can I send them a selfie of Gonz and I as a test for messages going through?" That message is received by you, and you get a delivered message on the WhatsApp group chat.
Are we smiling?
I
Are we smiling?
I drew a picture.
No way. Let's see it. Wow. Let's go.
That's awesome.
It is a picture of 2 stick figures with their hands on each other's shoulders and the phone taking a selfie. But it is a picture of both of them.
I take a very reminiscent photo to you unaware. A really close-up face shot.
I take a 0.5.
Yeah.
And I send it over.
with a thumbs up emoji.
And that message is received by you on the other side of the WhatsApp.
I imagine I also
I'm
received
not-
the message.
I'm not trying to derail what you guys are doing. I'm just putting like in the WhatsApp,
Yeah, so we get messages.
like
Yeah.
keep us updated.
Yeah.
Be safe.
Yeah.
And to be clear, this message is going to be sent 1 hour after what you guys are doing. You guys make your way out into the cold night, and the hail, like I mentioned, is beginning to fall. Hunk takes a look around. The parking lot seems mostly empty, save for a beat-up red pickup truck that's kind of in the center of this parking lot, long ways, occupying 3 spaces. So not like parked in the actual parking spot, but turned 90 degrees and occupying 3 of them.
Parked, awesome.
Outside of it, on the edge near the driver's side, is a older looking man. You can even see from this distance, he's got his sleeves rolled up. He's got a beanie on, and you can see tattoos on his arms. And he's got a beer bottle in his hand, and he drinks it, and smashes it on the ground.
Yes.
Hunk looks up, kind of looks towards you guys, just kind of gives you a nod and steps up closer to this guy. What do you guys do?
Look at Benny. This guy's like a piece of work.
I hang back and let Hunk approach first.
What do you do, Gauze?
I got the money. I'm walking up with Hunk.
Walking up with Hunk. The 2 of them get kind of closer to each other, and this figure notices Hunk, looks up, takes a couple steps forward, and the 2 of them just stop, probably with like 5 feet between them, and just kind of like stare at each other for a second. And this moment of tension just like quickly erased as they both start laughing.
I knew it, yeah.
Reach in together and hug each other, slap each other on the back. Gauze nearby, you actually notice that this figure reaches out towards the duffel bag, and Hunk kind of grabs his arm and pulls it back. Harry, stop.
Hearing all the like revelry, I approach
Mm-hmm.
like less warily.
Yep, closing the distance. Hunk looking at this person. All right, let's go. Where are the guns? And the figure looks out towards Hunk and just kind of like still laughing. Yeah, they're back at my place. We're just gonna, it's an hour and a half from here. We're just gonna drive, pick them up. Hunk kind of looks towards you guys. What do you guys look like?
Confused?
Friendly Garfield?
Yeah.
Confused Gauze?
Yeah.
Hunk just kind of like gives you like a sideways smile, like a Jim from The Office kind of look. All right, hour and a half away, your place. Take your car. The figure with the keys in his hands. Yeah, I've been drinking though. Have one of your guys drive. And he tosses the keys to Hunk, who kind of catches them. He holds up the keys, looks towards both of you with the keys in his hand.
I grab him.
Garfield grabs him. The figure walks back over to the truck and immediately like goes around on the other side to get into the passenger seat. And Hunk and you 2 are just out there.
I'm going behind the driver's seat.
Mm-hmm. And Hunk kind of slows you down, just kind of like puts his hand out. Listen, just be careful around this guy. He was supposed to have him here. Hour and a half there. That's it. We'll go there, pick him up, and then we're gone.
Are you? Do you have a gun?
No. But he's not dangerous. I've worked with him before. He's not a bad guy.
Has he ever pulled this shit before?
All the time. Like I said, he's an oddball. Appease him. Do it. We got to get this done. Program lives are at stake, right?
Guess so.
All right. Let's do it. I'm in the back with you.
All right. How many beer bottles are on like smashed on the ground there?
Roll.
What
No,
a question.
well, it is roll search.
Fuck the beer bottles. I'm rolling human int on him.
I was gonna say roll human in.
I'll get to that in a second.
45 on a 45.
45 on a 45. You see a lot of glass in this parking lot, as well as 2 empty beer bottles that you see by the rear driver tire.
Yeah.
You would say probably a 6-pack.
A 6-pack? Oh, that's not bad. He should be driving.
Weiser's. What's he drinking
freeloader.
on? What's he drinking on?
Yeah, what's the label?
Budweiser.
Is he drunk?
Roll human
Or
intelligence.
is he faking?
Roll human intelligence.
God damn it! I'm like, I know shit.
You've been rolling like shit today, and I ain't gonna lie. I feel like you haven't passed a single one.
Yeah, I got a fucking 84 on a 12. This dude's hammered.
84 on a 12.
12 human in.
So you're not sure, but as you get in with the keys into the driver's seat, you look to where this figure is sitting in the passenger seat, towards the floor on the passenger seat, and you see like 14, 15 cans.
Does he smell of alcohol?
Yes.
Okay.
the car entirely smells of alcohol, and as you're close to him,
kind of hard to tell what alcohol is him. And
he looks over to you and speaks to you, and as he speaks, you can kind of smell
it's
on his breath.
Right.
But he says, "Just be careful with the clutch. You know how to drive manual?"
Yeah.
Okay. Put the key in, turn it on. This is an old truck. It looks beat up. As you're making your way across, you can see the tailgate is like rusted out. You can like see a hole through it. Get into the back seat, and the seats are like really, really soft, but also you see like cigarette marks in them. There's like dust in the corners of the windows. Shitty car. The hail is picking up, and it's actually tapping on the windshield. As you turn the car on, headlights expose the road ahead. Hunk gets in the back seat with you, and the contact, gets in the passenger seat. What do you do?
Big toe. Floor it.
Floor it! I'm cheating!
Big toe. Floor it.
The contact looks over to you. So you're just going to take this road straight up, make a left. That'll take you out of Millinocket. Straight up. Then we'll get on 99. First exit out. Probably a straightaway, maybe 45 minutes. Cut off. Country road. Another 30 or so minutes and we'll get there.
I follow the instructions. I drive.
Begin driving. So, making your way out, and you can see now Millinocket itself is very, very small. Go ahead.
Go back. Run it back. How big was that guy?
Oh, I can give you a pretty decent description of him as you're actually sitting there now. He is older. I would say maybe 61, 62 in that area, early 60s. And now that you're closer to him, you can see his sleeves are rolled up. He's actually wearing like one of those puffer vests, and underneath is a flannel shirt.
Fuck with you, G.
Do they connect?
Nah, I
No,
need
they do
his
not.
build.
I'm going to get to that.
Oh, sorry.
His sleeves are rolled up, and you see tattoos all along his arms and also up his neck, going up pretty high, almost to like the base of his ear. His build itself, he's probably about maybe like 6 feet, maybe like a little bit less, maybe like 5'11".
Okay, yeah. Good thing I rolled this back.
And the one thing that I will say too, he looks muscular.
Okay.
He looks well built. He looks healthy. He's got this gray beanie on, and you can see like the edges of like a little graying hair on there. He's got stubble, and he too has a little vertical scar on the side of his face.
All right, so take me back to getting in the car, and
Yep.
I gotta like, I'm pulling the seat up.
Yeah,
I'm like
yeah.
adjusting the
Yeah,
mirror.
yeah,
I'm like,
gotcha.
Jesus Christ, this guy sits in the fucking back.
Gotcha.
And then we'll continue. I'm driving.
Yep. And you end up making your way out probably at like 7:45 by the time that you begin making your way out. Like I was mentioning, Millinocket, very, very small, shitty town. You don't pass a police station. You pass the post office, which looks very old, very decrepit. The one other thing that's really important to note too is as you're making your way out, right on the edge of town, before where the contact explained, you go up here, pull off, we'll get on the main highway, blah, 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 blah. You see the Elks Lodge that was mentioned. Signage that dictates and explains, Elk Lodge, and it has like a number on it, Millinocket. Pass by it, there's some cars in the parking lot there, and you make your way out. So, driving. We're going to hop back over to our other group. Gonzo, Gallion. Outside of this airport, outside of Expedia, in the Corolla.
Yes.
What do you guys do?
I throw the seat way back. Just we're in the car. We're vibing right now. And then as co-pilot, I put on NPR.
NPR on. Jack Spear reporting live from Washington.
God, I do not like NPR. So we got a couple options here, Gons. Just so I have a timeline, I'm probably going to make a point to make it match with the WhatsApp. If you could just give me a little tap when it's about an hour, that would be great.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that was my question too.
Yep. So we can go to the laundromat, or we can kind of figure out a place to stay for the night and then maybe head there if it's not too late. It's your call.
I mean, the way Avery put this out to us, I mean, We gotta get moving on this. Let's just go straight to the
All right. You
straight
got
to
it.
the spot.
GPS to
The laundromat.
10442 South Kedzie Avenue, Chicago, Illinois, 60655.
Okay, easy enough to set that up. It looks like it's going to be about an hour-long drive. The important thing to note, too, and I would imagine that you would do this while you're crossing your T's, dotting your I's, this laundromat is 4 blocks away from where this person's house or the address that is listed there is supposedly supposed to be. So the laundromat is 4 blocks away from that.
Got it. Okay.
I would say that Gallion figures that out.
Okay.
I'll be like, this laundromat's really, really close to the address in that picture. Maybe we just do a quick drive by that address
that's
before we hit the laundromat.
Exactly what I was thinking.
All right, cool.
Exactly what I was thinking.
All right, let's get moving. How's my driving?
Roll drive.
Oh, no.
You wanted the keys too in this situation.
I did. I like it. Look, if it was a big car, I would have deferred to you. I asked for a small car, city driver.
Can we get a plus? Can we get a -20 on this roll for being a Corolla?
Nope.
56 on a 20.
56 on a 20. It's not dangerous driving. It's not bad driving. He's just driving like a grandma. He's getting cut off a lot.
Stop and go. That's all I know.
I as I'm noticing this, I pull my seat way forward, and I'm just like looking at this whole thing, going, "What the fuck?"
10 and 2.
yeah.
Slow and steady wins the race.
My elbow on the center console, just like head in hand.
Would we say I turned an hour-long commute into an hour 15?
Yeah, so as you are entering like the outskirts of the city of Chicago, it kind of crosses your mind to shoot that text, so you real quick lean over.
I was just going to do it as soon as we stopped.
He wasn't even gonna do it on the road.
Okay, then that's easy enough. So
As soon as we hit the point, but I will bring up in conversation on the ride. You still got the WhatsApp?
Yeah, I got it. What's up?
Nothing. I kind of want to check in on the guys.
Yeah.
You know, it'd be funny. I'll send them a selfie as soon as we pull over. I'll start on the WhatsApp. They probably don't even remember we have it.
No, that I didn't remember we had it. So yeah, that'll be good. That'll be good.
Cool.
but if you guys are planning to drive past that address on the photo,
Yeah.
you guys make your way there, and at this point it's dark out. Hitting like almost, it's not suburbs by any means, but it is houses. Houses that have front lawns, backyards, packed pretty close together, but still in the city.
Like row homes? With front yards?
Almost row homes, but they're not like duplexes.
How far out of city limits would you say we are?
You are within the limits of the city of Chicago. You are in Chicago.
10 miles from Center City? 5 miles from Center City?
You would say 15 maybe?
Chicago's massive.
You're on the western edge.
Okay.
Still on the outskirts, not in the heart, not in downtown.
Okay.
Not in city traffic by any means.
Do you want me to slow down so you can get a better look?
Kind of, sort of.
The joke being I've been driving.
Yeah, I was
really
gonna say
slow the
as
whole
you're rolling
time.
up, I say
How much slower can you go?
no. I'm driving next time.
So driving past this address, it is a home. You see it. The lights are on. There's a car in the driveway. It looks like a red minivan. You're not able to make out make or model. It's dark outside, but the front porch light is on, and there is a large window that seems to look inside, and the lights are on inside.
Hey, slow down.
Okay.
Roll alertness.
58 on a 60.
58 on a 60 success. As Gallion is driving by a little bit slowly, you peek over to see the curtains drawn open, revealing what looks like a scene of a dinner table. 3 figures are sitting. 2 look larger, 1 looks smaller. Food arranged on the table.
See anything?
Yeah, it looks like they're having dinner. I mean,
Who? Who's they?
I don't got a good look, but like 3 guys.
All right, hold on.
Let's keep moving. All
All right, hold on. Kill the headlights.
Okay.
Street parking or driveway parking on the opposite side of the street?
Street parking.
If
Actually, at this point, now that you're taking a look at it, it looks like it actually backs off to the edge of a chain link fence. That looks like there's a park beyond it, across from where this house is.
Can I look for an entrance to the park?
It looks like it goes up quite a ways, maybe 8 or 9 blocks, you would guess.
All right. Can I pull over maybe a block or 2 away from the house?
Yeah,
Okay. I'm going to do that. Find a parking spot.
on the side of this fenced park.
Yeah. So across the street from where this residence is.
Yes,
I'm gonna
but like
pull
2
over-
blocks up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pull
Hey,
over.
do a
Park.
K-turn. Just make sure we're pointed the right way.
I was thinking maybe we hop the fence. It's so dark out. We might be able to just go into that park and look from across. There's no way he could see us. It's too dark.
Just make sure we got a clean getaway. That's all I want to make sure.
We just run into the park.
All right.
Okay. Let's go take a look at this fence.
So getting out, you can actually see maybe 15 feet up what looks like an entrance in, but it's got one of those bars that are set up to block cars from getting in. So you would just have to like slide under and walk right in.
Okay. That's what I'm going to do.
Yeah, you do that. It actually looks like it's a golf course.
Oh.
You see greens set up and different pathways and stuff like that. And far, far, far ahead of you, what looks like the main building, like administration to like check in or whatever.
All right. Can I walk toward the direction of the house?
Yeah. Begin making your way towards the direction of the house.
I pull my gun out and just kind of have it.
Oh, shit.
Down at your hip,
Yeah, like almost at the ready.
close to your body.
Yeah.
Okay. Making your way down.
Yep.
Eventually crossing those 2 blocks worth of distance where you're kind of close to the front of the house. You begin to take a close look.
Okay.
Crouch down a little bit, staying hidden. Both of you guys roll stealth. Whatever you roll, take 40 away from.
-3.
That is a -25.
Okay. You feel like you are well hidden behind shrubbery and brush as you look out, and you can see now that you're getting a really, really close look, or not a close look, but a elongated, longer look. 3 figures, like I mentioned. Man, a woman, and a child
Whoa.
in a high seat,
We're not gonna move on this, are we?
Not yet.
eating dinner. There's a pot in the middle of the table. The man reaches in, scoops out some stuff.
How far away are we?
I would say 50 feet.
Do I see a good spot where I can kind of get closer to the window?
You're right up on the edge of a chain link fence on the other side of
Okay.
inside the chain link fence.
Okay. Sorry.
Which seems pretty high, maybe 6 feet, 7 feet.
The fuck is going on?
Is it the guy who matches the photo?
Take some time to really kind of zero in from this distance. Roll. Roll search.
$28 on a 60.
Yeah, it looks like it. Same hair, receding hairline, middle-aged. Same looking facial shape.
Okay.
Same general build. That
How
you would
far
guess.
away would you say I am from the window?
50 feet.
Oh, okay.
From the window, I would put it more at like 60, 70.
Okay. Yeah, that's our guy.
The fuck? Family Guy?
Wife and kid. It assumed.
Seems today that all you see
Can I?
is violence in movies and sex on TV.
Lawes.
Peter. Peter. Oh, Peter.
Observe the behavior a little while longer.
Seems pretty generic. Dinner shared between family.
You wanna go meet up with ASL, I guess, and see what the fuck they gotta say on this? I mean, from what we know, it seems like the guy's pretty genuine. I know that in our line of work that isn't always cut and dry. But to be honest with myself, I mean,
All right.
Pretty genuine guy.
All right. Let's go meet up with ACEL, but this is a good spot. Might be a good, observation point moving forward.
Yeah, I totally agree. Before we leave, though, is there any other as we're taking note of the situation and any other spots we can get a good vantage point of the window?
No, it's very flat, actually, because it's a golf course. There aren't many, obstacles. There's a tree that's nearby that you could probably get up, but that doesn't seem like it would give you any better of a vantage point than where you are now.
All right, let's make our way back.
All right.
Make your way back, creeping and crawling.
I hand you the keys.
Yeah, I during this whole exchange, I make it notably clear and say, yeah, I'm driving next time.
I gotcha.
Making your way back to the car, sneaking under the bar, getting back in and going where?
To the laundromat.
Yeah, straight to the payphone. A block away from the payphone because it's a payphone call that we have to make. Correct? I believe so.
Yeah. No, there's a payphone inside the laundromat. We dial the number and wait.
So, driving up 2 blocks, 2 blocks away from where you parked the car, you see a simple storefront that has bright neon lights that read Wash Fresh Laundromat. There is a small parking lot outside of it. No cars in that parking lot, but the lights are on inside, and you can see a series of washer and dryers set up. Large glass storefront there too. Vending machine outside. What do you guys do?
I pull into the back of the parking lot, actually. Check to see if there's any rear entrance while I'm back there.
It does look like there's a fire exit.
Say, hey, I'm gonna check that out and see if we can't get in from the back just to be a little bit more.
All right. I'll wait for you to do your thing, but I was just gonna go in and follow the instruction.
Yeah, I hear you. And just start moving. I hop out the car and just start making my way to the rear exit.
Yeah, rear exit says employees only. There's like a doorknob on there. You jiggle it.
Shimmy, yeah, just give it a shimmy.
Seems
locked.
like it's locked. Yeah.
Okay, give him a nod and start making my way to the front of the.
Okay, both of you guys making your way to the front. Now you're passing this window and you can see directly in. It looks like there's nobody in there.
Cool.
Completely empty, black and white checkered floor, whole 9 yards. Different bins on wheelie bins with no linens in them. No washing machines are going. No dryers look like they're vibrating. Open the door to a ding. No clerk. No countertop, no nothing. These seem to be coin-operated laundry machines. Directly off to the left, there's 2 payphones.
I check my wallet. Do I have any ones in there?
Yeah, you got some ones.
Get couple change. Get $5 worth of change.
There's a coin machine there.
Get $5 worth of change.
Yep.
And just start. Don't throw any load in. The closest washers and dryers to the machines.
Okay. You see Gonzo doing this, Gallion. What do you do?
Clever. I'm gonna go up to the payphone.
Mm-hmm.
Star 47 pound.
Star 47 pound. You hear a ring, like half of a ring, and then a dial tone. Goes on for 5, 10, 15 seconds. You do anything?
No.
30 seconds. Another 10 past that, 20 past that, another 10.
How small is this?
So
this room.
It actually looks like there's 20 or so washer dryers. And
no, I'm talking about the actual payphone room. Like, can we get two guys in there?
It's not a room. It's just a payphone on the wall.
Okay.
The only other door that you see in here looks like it's in the back.
Gotcha.
And you would imagine that would be the fire exit that you originally saw, and that looks like it's operated by a push bar.
Gotcha.
Dial tone quickly ends before it begins ringing again. Moment passes before you hear a receiver click. This is Avery.
Avery, it's Gallion.
Good. I'm glad you guys made it there. What's going on?
Nothing. Got the car. We headed straight here. Drove by the residence of Charles Winston. Quick glance through the window. Looked like he was eating dinner with family. Came right here.
Okay, good. Check in, make sure that this line of communication works. That's smart. That's good. Listen, we got cameras in this building, so we can see you. just to make you aware of that. Is there anything that you need from us right now?
Hey, see if they got any weapons.
Resources. Any green box availability in the area? Saw in the debrief no friendlies. What do we have available?
If you need anything specific, we can do a dead drop at this laundromat.
Beautiful.
But for the most part, we want to keep this clean, keep this quiet.
Avery, just quick question for game planning. Limitations on dead drops?
We can do as many as you need, but we want to get this done as quick as we can.
I'm speaking specifically to items. Are there things that I should not ask for? Are there things that I have access to that haven't been made abundantly clear yet?
You hear him stop for a second. It's like a long pause that hangs in the air. You have full access to the entire availability of the program. This is the most important mission that you have handled to date.
Thank you. Hang up.
Receiver clicks as a washer tumbles across from you.
All right.
Kind of
So-
hearing the conversation from the outside in. I just kind of go slack-jawed seeing him put the phone up.
So, Avery said this is a dead drop location. Anything we need to accomplish the task can be brought to this location for our use.
I mean, all right. Seems like we've got everything we need moving forward. I mean, whatever the fuck we need to do, we gotta do.
I think it's coffee, dog nut, and stakeout time. We got to keep an eye on this guy.
Yeah, agreed. You think we're gonna need any more ordnance?
What?
Do you think we're gonna need any more ordnance?
I'm not fully understanding the question.
Heavier weapons?
I think something like this is going to require some creativity. I think we exhaust a few more resources before we go heavy weaponry.
Alright, understood.
All right. Let's do this. I say, you up for an all-nighter?
Big time.
All right. Let's get some Dunkins, some dog nuts. Let's head back to the golf course.
Making your way out of the Wash Fresh laundromat.
Yeah, start driving away to the closest Starbucks.
There is a Dunkin' Dog Nuts that you're able to find up the street, probably like 2 blocks west.
I get the box of Jim.
No, it's a box of Joe.
Box of Joe.
Oh, no, a box of Mo.
Mo.
I'm sorry, it's a box of Mo.
Box of Mo.
Box O Mo.
Box Omo.
Box O Mo.
Yeah, half dozen donuts.
A half dozen mixed.
In the process of acquiring the ammunition that your bodies need for an all-night stakeout of Charles Winston, half of G-Cell finds themselves on the outskirts of Chicago, keeping an eye on a Family Guy. And that's where we're going to pick up next session.
Very good.
Thank you for listening to this installment of 12 Gauge, a Nasty Table production.